Hi everybody, good to see you again. Recently I've gotten a lot of requests and comments from you. Thank you so much, they really give me great ideas. A lot of you have been asking for pigs, piggy banks and ATMs. So how about a piggy bank, ATM? So here is Bernard. Bernard, he likes to sit on, on the box or on the shelf or at the end of your table. Now, when you want to save money, let's say you have a bunch of coins, spare coins. You put your coins in here, in the nose, like this, and it rolls into the piggy bank. Let's try another one. Yeah, and if the coin is too big, or for some reason you can't put it in, just open up the nose and put them right in there. Same goes for bills. You can like fold up, you can fold up bills and put them through the hole in the nose, or if they're too big, stuff them right in like that, and then put the nose back on. And when you are in desperate need for some cash, you put your credit card in here, dial your number code, and then you just open it up and then, get the cash that you need. Make sure you close it up properly again so that nobody else can take your money without your permission. If you like to make Bernard, here's what you'll need. A piece of cardboard, and even more important, the box itself. Now, there are many types of boxes. You have to hunt for the right box. A box that can be opened like this, but there are many such packaging around, so keep on hunting until you find a good box. 2 toilet rolls, one that fit into the other. You will also need some brushes, and particularly some small tiny brushes for those detail work. You will need a bit of glue, a ruler, cutting knife, bit of tape. I think me and Bernard are ready. Okay, let's get going. I start with closing up the box and then drawing a mark in the middle, one line. And now I will position the nose. It's very important to position the nose because the nose is such a prominent feature on this pig. So I start with the smallest toilet roll, the one that fits in here. And I position it about this high above the bottom of the box. And I draw around it. Now we need to make a hole for this one to fit inside. Also, underneath there is the hole for the credit card. So you need to get your credit card out, or borrow somebody else's credit card, and then draw a line for the size of it. It's about this big. Yeah, okay. So that's the hole for your credit card, and that's going to be quite slim, like this. So these are the 2 holes you need to cut out. Now, but before we do that, I want to cut this into roughly about half, about this much. This is as much as we need for the to stick into this hole here. So here's one that I cut already. As you can see, that's the size that we need to put in here for the base of the nose. Now, when you cut this slit for the credit card, you have to cut one very straight line, and then move your knife a little bit and cut a line just a millimeter or so next to it. So that's a bit of an accurate job you need to do there. And then of course cut several times until you are through the cardboard. So 2 parallel lines there. Then you get that nice little card slit. Now here's one that I cut earlier. You see the toilet roll fits in here perfectly, and there's this beautiful slit under there. Now we're going to glue the toilet roll, and we need to position it a bit up so that we get this funny nose sticking up a bit. A bit of glue, angle it up, like this. And then you can use a brush to make sure that the glue is spread evenly around the base here. You may even want to take a bit of extra glue and make sure that it's properly glued all around, making a nice edge there. Then you need to bring in your extra sheet of cardboard and your ruler and a pencil. So now let's see, how wide should the ears be? 3.5 cm wide. 3.5 cm wide. Of course, all this is very much up to the size of your box. I'm just measuring for my size, so you got to figure out your size. Measure, draw, and cut. I've cut some pieces earlier, 2 of them, 1 for each ear. Let me show you how. So now we need to shape them. So we make a little fold here, that's for gluing. So the ear is going to stick on the box right here, and then fold over the face like that. You can just make a little fold here. So you see, that's how they're gonna function. Now the ears are rounded at the tip, so they should be as long as down. So the eyes are down here, so they should be long enough to cover the eyes. So we make a mark here. That's how long they should be, all the way down to the nose and covering the eyes. We make a cut. And then the other one, exactly the same. There, let's put them over here. And then we do the arms. So the arms are over here, and I have cut a little strip here for the arms. So what we're going to do is to cut 2 pieces for the arms and then 2 pieces for the legs. They too, like the ears, need to be rounded at the tip. Here is some that I cut earlier, and as you can see, the arms are slightly longer than the legs. Now before we glue them all on, we need to finish our nose. As you can see here, this is the nose. It fits on top of here. We need to cut it. So we're gonna cut it slightly at an angle like this. So to do that, first I draw a little bit. I start with drawing up like this, and then down like this again, and then until it meets that line. So it starts down here, going up like this, and then down again. Right, that should be a nice angle. So let's cut that out. Almost good. We need to adjust it a little bit. Perfect. Now I need a little piece of this cardboard to make the front of the nose. So we position our angled toilet roll here, and then I draw a shape that is slightly bigger than the size of the toilet roll. Then we cut that out. Nice. Okay, fits perfectly. Now before we glue it on, let's look at the holes. It's got 2 holes here, roughly the size of coins. So you may want to get a coin to measure, so maybe like this size. Yeah, okay, so make sure it can fit size of a regular coin, so about this wide and about this thick, and then we cut those out. Nice. Now we can glue it on. Beautiful. Now you may want to bring your brush out again and then just wipe a bit here. Make sure the glue is spread evenly around the glued edge. Nice! So now this needs to dry, and while it dries we will put on the bits. A bit of glue. Look carefully. It's this way, not that way. It is this way, so that they fold over like this. So this way, and then when you position them, put on a little bit of tape to stick them down while you wait for the glue to dry. Now the two little legs, all we got to do is put on glue here and stick them on just about 1 cm under here, sticking out a bit like that. Now the arms, fold, put glue on here, and notice how I put them on. It's not this way, it is that way, so they fold over like this, roughly on the height of the middle of the toilet roll. That's where you stick them down. Now that it's dry, we can take the tape off and check that the nose fits. Oh, beautiful, nice. Next step now is to paint it. And I have here a nice pink color, and I'm going to use a reasonably large brush. Need to take this off. We paint, you know, basically we need to paint it bit by bit, because there are just too many sides and corners on this pig for you to paint everything right away. You need to sort of paint a bit, let it dry, paint a bit and let it dry. The paint that I'm using is acrylics, and you can buy them in hobby stores and paint stores and craft stores, and they are water soluble when they're wet, and then when they dry they're waterproof. One thing you got to make sure is that there is a function here. You know, this box can open on the side here, so make sure that you don't put paint inside here and here, because then it will clog up the function of the opening like this. So you actually have to open it when you continue painting. Okay, I think that's enough for now. I'm gonna let it dry before I continue. Oh, nice and dry. Then we can continue with the back side here and the underside, all around the legs and hands, and also onto the these flaps. See, when you paint, you got to be patient. Do it step by step, and do it properly, so that your pig will look good in the end. Also remember that you probably need more than one layer of paint. Usually what I do, I paint everything once, then it dries, and then I paint it one more time. That way I make sure that the paint layer is solid and even and will last a long time. Right, so now it's dry and I've painted everything twice, even the nose. Check the nose. Now let's introduce the next colors. For the nose, it's gonna be a dark pinkish red for the tip here, not for this part but for the tip of the nose. Now the two pinks may not look that different right now, but I tell you, when this dries it will be a lot darker. Basically acrylic paints, they look lighter when they're wet and then they dry darker. This is something you have to be aware of. So let's dry this, and in the meantime we'll look at black. Yes, because the hands and feet are gonna get black tips. That will kind of make them look more like hands and feet. also make the whole color composition look nicer. So at the tip here, paint black. There. I'm going to leave this to dry a little bit, and while it dries, let's paint something else. We're going to need a bit of cardboard painted white. So this is normal cardboard painted white twice, so that it's totally even, and then let this dry, because out of here we're going to cut some bits. Also, we need another little piece of cardboard like this, that obviously this we cut out of that big piece of cardboard that we had earlier. And this one is going to be gray. Now the size of this is exactly the size of the number dialing board on the back of the ATM. So let's paint this gray on the front, and also a little bit on the sides. And then we need to cut a strip of cardboard like this and paint it white twice, just like this one. Then on the underside where we put in the credit card, we will paint a little kind of a credit card opening here. If you look at the ATMs, they always have this sort of, you know, a nice bit of plastic or metal to show where you put in your credit card. So that's what we are painting now. Okay, nice and dry. Now let's cut out the ATM logo itself. So first we draw the shape. We can check against the size. Yeah, quite nice. And then we paint in the ATM logo. It's just simple letters like this. A T M. There. Now, while we wait for this to dry, let's cut out these digits for the digit board. 10, 11, and 12. Okay. Now we can glue them on. Now while the glue is wet, you can easily adjust the digits if you're not happy with the positioning. There, okay, final adjustment. Then I got this little piece. What do you think this will be? Okay, let me give you a clue. I curl it up like this. Yeah, what do you think this looks like? It's a cute little piggy tail. Okay, so let's paint this up as well. Leave it over here to dry. And then we can draw in or paint in the actual numbers. And let me even try to do it upside down for you. I put this here as my guide. As in I work upside down. You can see it more clearly. Tell me if it's wrong. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually easier if I put it down like this. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, full stop, and double zeros for those that need lots and lots of money. Okay, let me cut out the ATM sign. All nice. Now let's assemble the box first on the back. We glue on the digits nicely in the middle there. The MTM sign on top. Then the cute curly little tail. Like that. Now, can you see what's missing? Yes, it's the eyes. So, we'll put it aside and make the eyes. I think small eyes on this pig is cuter than big eyes. And look, I got two eyes that I have already cut out. So let's use them because they are nice and dry. A bit of glue. Clear the table a little bit. And let's pop them on. Now you can position them wherever you like. Just find the right spot. I think that's quite cute. A bit like that. And then, can you tell that my original ATM piggy bank is a bit more glossy and shiny? This one, that is. And this one looks a bit matte and dull. That's because this one I have lacquered. So now, let me show you how to lacquer it. You will need some acrylic paint lacquer and a very clean brush. It's important that it's clean so it doesn't you know mix other colors in with the lacquer. So you just dip it like normal and then you add it on just like you do with paint. And it looks a bit milky at first, but after a while it will dry and bring out the colors really well, meaning the colors of the pig really well. So everything becomes more. Look at what happens on the feet when I do it across the black. Can you see the difference? See the difference from this one to this one? The black comes out more, and basically you go over the whole thing. But same with the paint, make sure that you don't put lacquer in between here, because that's the mechanism where you open and close. Otherwise, when everything is dry, you can lacquer everything. And this makes it more shiny, glossy, protects your pig against dust and dirt. And here are some additional cute little features. Let's put Bernard on the box again. You see, Bernard can wiggle his nose and also hide behind his ears when he's afraid. So, oh no, so afraid. Now they can't see me, Ooh, everything is fine again. Oh, aren't you, Bernard? You nice little piggy bank. Well, everybody, it's late and I'm, my mother is waiting with the dinner, so see you later.